some voices in Hollywood have expressed disappointment in President Obama up to this point in his presidency. What are your thoughts on his performance, and if you think he may be losing Hollywood?
Well, from my vantage point, I don't think he's losing Hollywood. I think there's certainly people that have been maybe disheartened, at least when it comes to, speaking of the arts specifically. I think, there are cuts that he's even supported in this next budget layout, and so that's a bit disheartening when it comes even from the White House. But overall, his stance on arts has been pretty great. But he came into a very tough situation, and I don't envy his position. It's a lot that he's got to deal with, and he certainly has my full support still. And I think he's doing a great job of being diplomatic and addressing the right things in the right way, and I'm behind him for 2012 for sure. Speaking
of the fiscal situation in the country, as you know, the president's talked about raising taxes on those making over $250,000. Are you concerned at all about that?
No, I think there is this inequity when it comes to taxation in America that I think it could do a lot to help solve our fiscal concerns, our deficit. I really do. I think it's a smart move, and I think those kinds of tax breaks for the wealthy that the last administration put into place have created more trouble than they have been helpful, for sure.
What's the max that you'd be willing to pay?
$5. I personally would be willing to pay $5 a year. A year. Every year I would do that. Not in my lifetime. Every year I would pay $5 out of my own pocket to help this country out.
Any idea for percentage-wise? What would make you what would make you uncomfortable, and what would make you comfortable?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't have a number in mind. I do know that it's greater than the number that the last administration had in place. That's for sure. I do think there is I do think right now in this time of fiscal crisis, I think measures need to be taken, and I think that's something, by the way, that was, in past administrations, that was on the table when there wasn't these kinds of concerns. And right now, drastic measures are needed to be taken. I don't even think this is a drastic measure. I think it's something that makes a lot of sense. So I think it's smart.